Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a major development in South African politics that could shake up the balance of power again. Former President Jacob Zuma is back in the spotlight, and this time, he's taking bold steps to tighten his grip on the uMkhonto weSizwe party, also known as MKP. According to insiders, Zuma is preparing to announce a new slate of provincial leaders in an effort to breathe new life into the party and reassert its influence across the country. Now, let's unpack what this means, why it matters, and how it could potentially change the course of South Africa's political future, especially as we edge closer to the next elections. Zuma, who has made a dramatic return to active political life, is clearly not done shaping the nation's politics. Over the past few weeks, he's been working behind the scenes, meeting with provincial representatives, strategists, and trusted allies to handpick a group of leaders that he believes can reignite MKP's mission. The appointments are expected to be officially announced next week, and make no mistake, Zuma's selections won't just be ceremonial. These are people expected to take charge, mobilize communities, and drive the party's agenda with energy and urgency. The focus, of course, will be on key battleground provinces, KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. These are regions where MKP has seen mixed results and is desperately trying to solidify its base. KwaZulu-Natal, in particular, is Zuma's stronghold, but even here, recent divisions and voter fatigue have posed challenges. Revitalizing support in these provinces is essential if the MKP wants to avoid becoming another minor player in South African politics. Political analysts say that what Zuma is doing is more than just internal housekeeping. It's a calculated move, a relaunch of sorts, to show that MKP isn't just a personality-driven project, but a structured, organized, and purpose-driven movement. And by strategically blending experienced activists with younger, more dynamic voices, Zuma is hoping to reach both older loyalists and a younger generation that's disillusioned with traditional parties. The timing couldn't be more critical. With South Africa facing an array of socio-economic crises, from chronic unemployment and crime to service delivery failures, political parties are being judged not just on ideology but on their ability to present practical solutions. Zuma seems to understand this. And if MKP wants to grow beyond Zuma's personal brand, this next phase of leadership will have to show real results on the ground. According to MKP spokesperson Malisila Mkhonyoma, the new provincial leaders won't just be office holders. They'll be expected to roll up their sleeves and work directly with communities. Outreach programs, policy dialogues, and grassroots mobilization are all part of the plan. The goal is to position MKP as a party that listens to ordinary people, particularly those who felt ignored by the ANC, the DA, and the EFF alike. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room: internal instability. MKP is still a young party and has yet to fully carve out a consistent ideological identity. There are questions about whether it has the resources, infrastructure, and national appeal to truly compete with the political giants. The party has also faced criticism over mixed messaging on critical national issues. So this leadership overhaul is about more than appearances, it's about establishing a firm, unified direction that can withstand scrutiny. Interestingly, Zuma has also dropped hints about forming alliances with other opposition parties. If that materializes, we could be looking at a dramatic shift in South Africa's political alliances. Imagine a scenario where MKP partners with other like-minded parties to challenge the ANC's dominance, especially if the ANC continues to lose support due to internal corruption scandals and unpopular policies. It's a real possibility, and Zuma is clearly laying the groundwork for that kind of disruption. Supporters believe that Zuma's return brings not only nostalgia but also the hope of action. They argue that while the ANC has grown complacent, Zuma remains a leader who connects deeply with disenfranchised communities. However, critics warn that Zuma's involvement might polarize voters further. After all, his presidency was marked by deep controversy, state capture allegations, and public mistrust. So while his loyal base remains intact, expanding beyond that base will be a significant challenge. Let's also not forget the legal and ethical baggage that Zuma brings. While he continues to deny wrongdoing, ongoing court battles and unresolved corruption cases hover over his political ambitions like a storm cloud. Opponents will undoubtedly use these issues to question the legitimacy of any movement he leads. Still, Zuma seems unbothered. His recent public appearances have been confident, even defiant. And for MKP, his presence alone has brought attention, membership growth, and a sense of urgency. Whether that momentum can be converted into actual electoral power will depend heavily on the effectiveness of this new leadership core. In the end, what happens in the next few weeks could shape MKP's future for years to come. Will these new provincial leaders be the spark the party needs? Or will MKP remain a fringe movement tied to the legacy of one man? One thing's for sure, Jacob Zuma is far from finished. And with these latest developments, he's sending a clear message to both his allies and his enemies: MKP is not going quietly. It's reorganizing, recalibrating, and possibly preparing for a much bigger fight in South African politics. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel for more detailed updates on South Africa's political landscape. We'll continue to follow this story closely and bring you the latest as Zuma's announcements unfold. See you next time.